What's going on? Got another video. This is Rx7 content, not Miata. I'm sorry if you wanted to see Miata content. We're focusing on the Rx7, trying to get it together. So, new front wheel bearings, inner and outer, and new rotors. They all come together as one piece, and then they go over the spindle, and then they get locked on with a spindle nut and cotter pin and castle nut. So let me show you what I got going on, because I was very unprepared today and I'm trying to get it done today and tomorrow, which is Labor Day, so that way I can drive the car to work on Monday and not drive around an unregistered Miata and likely get a ticket. So I'll show you what we got going on. So here's the new rotor. This thing is comically small. It's tiny, but I started to pack some grease in with the bearing, and then I realized, oh yeah, I have to press the bearing, I think it's called the race down in there, before I can do that. So this one over here, I pressed already. As you can see, I had to go cop the Harbor Freight bearing race press kit for $39.99, even though I'll never use it again, probably, but it's fine. I tried to rent one from AutoZone, but they said no, we don't have any. So what I'm gonna do now that that race is pressed is I'm gonna load this bearing up with some grease. I'm gonna guess if I'm doing it. I've done trailer bearings before, so I'm just assuming that it's the same kind of deal. And pop that in there, and then put the seal in on the back. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So I got this full synthetic grease for wheel bearings, all that good stuff. So I'm just gonna start packing it in. If I remember correctly, you're just kind of like palm it into the bearing until you do that a number of times. So I don't know what the best way to do this is, but we're just winging it, you know? Can't hurt. So get that sucker all packed up. Nope. All right. So this guy goes in there like that, and then gets pressed in with, this should do. Move it on over to the press. Here you go. All right. Over here. What do I have that's flat that I can put over this? Nothing. Should be alright. Oh, going at an angle. Great. Real good. Make room there so that I can fit this plate in there. Help keep it a little more level for sure. Perfect. Maybe. Probably not. But let's see. All right. Rear seal is on and the bearing's in there. I'll probably fill it with more grease when I go to put it on the car. But this is the only reason why I'm here at this wood shop, is to do this. So I have a sneak peek at what I've got going on over here. Whoops. This dash was all fucked up. So doing what I can, fill in all the cracks, and then I'm gonna try to make a mold, or just cover it. I'll probably just cover it with fiberglass. I don't know yet. You tell me. And then my side skirts, very custom, extended BN style S13 skirts, extended that way to meet up with the Mariah Mode 1 kit that's on the car. Got a lot of janky fiberglass work going on, but they're coming along. I'll probably never finish them, so that's good. So I'm gonna do this other one and then come back. All right, and just like that, both of these are done. They're gonna need to, you know, get greased up a little bit more in there. And then I put the front bearings in with the washer. There's like a washer that fits only one way over the spindle, then the nut, and then the castle nut, and then a cotter pin. And then I can put my calipers on and hook all the brake lines back up, and then bleed the master cylinder, and then quickly hook up the brake lines to the master cylinder. So I'm gonna try to hook up the lines really quick, and then my plan is to manually bleed the rear brakes, and then try to get away with gravity bleeding the front brakes for a while. Just let fluid run out. I don't know how it's gonna work with my, I have a feeling I might not do that. I might use the vacuum sucker for the brake bleeding, because I don't want to get a bunch of brake fluid on the calipers that I just painted. And I have a feeling that when I do that, it's gonna not react well with the paint. So I'd like to avoid that for sure. So yeah. All right, we're back at the storage and it's dark. So I got a bunch of lights set up. This is what we're working with. Harbor Freight Special. So yeah, I'm going to, all right, so I'm dumb and for whatever reason, didn't think the outer bearings would have a race that would need to be pressed in. So I get back to here and I go to put the front bearings in and I see it, and now I'm going back, so. Round two, back over here, pressing these bearings. Let's see. Oh, it would help if I closed it up. Ain't even. All right, finish that one. It's kind of a pain in the ass. The whole thing doesn't want to center that well, but it's in there. So let's do the next one. That one went way easier than the other one did. Awesome. Probably should put this on the table all the way too. That would help. But, boom, done. In, good. Back to the storage, hopefully for the last time. What's up, guys? It's the next day. I got all of the front brakes together and I'm working on bleeding everything right now. So far, off to a great start. Broke one of the bleeders into the rear calipers. Freaking way she goes. So I've been kind of trying to vacuum bleed everything on my own, and this is what came out of the rear. I just kept going until I got clear, like clean new fluid, and we'll see if that makes a difference. All right, so this is our setup for driving the car. Pretty hilarious, but it drove great today. So I took it to work. I didn't film any of me putting anything back together. I was just trying to get it done, but you can't see, but it's all there and it all works. The brakes are excellent. They work really, really good in comparison to how they were before. You can see new rotor and calipers in there. The car before had no power brakes for who knows how long, and I was so used to the lack of power brakes that you just forget. And it's a pretty light car, so manual brakes aren't too terrible. So yeah, brakes are easy. Car works great. The e-brake does not do what I want it to do pretty much at all, which sucks. Needs some work. So tomorrow these wheels are coming off and the nice new 3-piece wheels are going on. I got my tires delivered today, so my dad, very nice of him, he's going to take them to the tire place while I'm at work and have them put the tires on for me. So these little 13s are going to go in my storage, and there's going to be some 15s. I got 205 50 15s rear, and for the front I got 195 45 15s. So we will see how that goes. Car's running really good. Cosmetically, not so great, but trying to figure out what I'm going to do in the future for this thing. I like the color. I'm going to try to keep it that way, but side skirts are next on the list. Get the e-brake working. Probably going to order a hydro. Debating on whether or not I'm going to run dual caliper in the rear or just do an inline. But I think the inline is pretty stupid, since you lose front brakes, or at least my understanding is you lose front brakes when you're locking the e-brake with the inline. So a buddy of mine has the suicide setup, as he referred to it, where the only thing that is controlled by the brake master over here is the fronts, and then the rears are just controlled by the handbrake. It's kind of a lazy way to go about it, but I might end up doing that. The car needs to be cleaned. It's very dull. But yeah, this is how it's going. Got a lot of stuff I want to do in the near future, and I'm glad to be driving it again. It's a really fun car. Ripped a couple of shitties on the U-turns, and it gets down with some 185 width tires, you know. It burns them up pretty good. So stay tuned for more stuff. Thanks for watching. See you guys later.